Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and this one is from the user I be the one true nub. And he's driving the M103 on an encounter battle on Ensk. M103 is a pretty decent tier 9 heavy tank for the Americans. It's got this ridiculously large turret and the commander's hatch up there tends to be a weak spot, but you can kind of keep that pretty well hidden from the front. Frontal armor on paper not fantastic, but the shape of it lends itself to getting some pretty good bounces if people aren't 100% sure on where to shoot the tank. All in all, it's a pretty good all-round tier 9 tank. Cannon on it's not too bad. You see, for tier 9 it's got great penetration. Okay alpha damage at 400. It's only really going to get outclassed by the Russian guns on the alpha damage front. The IS-8, obviously one of those. So straight away, the one true nub going to be heading into the centre, overlooking the cap circle here. Finds a 112, gets a very quick snapshot off at him. Starts to fall back, only takes damage on his track. Knows he's going to be able to reload before the 112, so pokes himself back out, forcing the 112 onto the back foot, which is a smart move there. As if he'd have fell back, the 112 would have stayed out in the open, and he would have had the advantage, whereas when the one true nub poked himself back out, pointing his gun at the 112 was forced to fall back, which gave the one true nub the advantage, putting him in the aggressor's position. With the 112 being there, you can see that the enemy hasn't really concentrated any forces on this flank whatsoever. Looks like they've focused most of their forces through the centre and on that right-hand side for some reason. Probably just because everybody spawned over there. But you would kind of expect, even with a tier 9 battle, at least some people would have had the common sense to go through into the city, but no. Most of them just seeing the direction that the enemy spawn and just literally driving forwards. True nub finds the artillery, gets a great shot on him, doesn't take him out but gets a lot of his hit points. Sees the M12 as well. Going to take his time to focus on this guy, not going to let him get away with it. Takes him out for his first kill of the match. And the only downside is you can see that the Tiger 2 and the Comet are stuck all the way on the one line for some reason, when you can very, very clearly see that there are no enemy tanks over there. They are all on the train line and this right-hand flank. And the fact that those guys aren't getting stuck into the battle means that the Allied team is getting overrun now on this right-hand side. The battle's very even at the moment. Well, that could change very, very quickly as the enemy team is starting to overrun the positions. The only reason it's fairly even is because you've got a Comet and a Tiger 2 and possibly a 112 that aren't really involved in the fight right now. So obviously they're not really going to count towards casualties on this flank. Takes out the historically accurate IS-3 there. And they're going to focus his attention on this T-30, who looks like he's dueling with the 112. T-30 got terrible front armor, plays a lot like a T-34. So the one true nub just able to put a shot easily through the front there. Doesn't want to anger the T-30 though, because he does have a very, very nice cannon. I don't really want to get shot by him. Not quite sure on his reload, so he's just playing this very carefully. Does get another great shot through the front there. Gonna see if he can take him out. Is taking hits from the side, but his gun's about halfway reloaded. Realises that it's from an IS and that he's not really as much of a threat as the T-30, so just gonna allow that one to pass. Now the T-30 is removed, he can turn his attention to this IS. That was kill number 4, gets a great hit on the very top of the IS's turret, and then uses this opportunity to move forward. The IS only gets tracking damage, the one true nub not ready to use his repair kit just yet, because he might need that later on. The 112 decides that he wants to be first, and the one true nub can still see over the top of him. Gets his shot into the IS for the majority of his hit points, before the 112 is able to finish him off. Now he's going to move up this left-hand side. As you can see, as I was saying, the momentum of the battle has swung in favour of the enemy team. They were able to overrun the right-hand side before the rest of the Allied team were able to get into the battle. And that's put them in the lead by 2 kills right now. Now the rest of the guys are arriving late to the party. The 112's low on health. The Comet probably full. Tiger 2, nope, he's getting obliterated over there. Tiger 2 full health as well though. And the one true nub's got a decent amount of hit points to play with. Just got to be careful at this T-34 in the front as he comes around the side to try and take out the T-54 Mod 1. Does get hit by the T-34, took out his track and his ammo rack. Used his repair kit on the ammo rack, obviously. Spins his attention around to the T-54 Mod 1, but his ridiculous front armor and the angle that he was at bounced that shot. Trying to get himself into a position where he can return fire on the Mod 1 to take him out. Turret not fantastic on the Mod 1. That's definitely where you want to shoot that tank. So he's got himself 5 kills, and now he's resetting himself. Going to try and find another enemy tank to shoot at. T-34 was sneaking in from that left-hand side. He turns his gun, gets a nice snapshot onto him, but does take damage in return. He decides to go in for the turret hug now. T-34 got a very strong turret as well, but the One True Nub's able to get damage through. Going to try and push him so that the Tiger 1 can't get a shot on him either. You see him backing off so they can open up some distance to get a hit, but also to keep the T-34 between himself and the Tiger 1 so that Tiger 1 couldn't really get any damage on him. He's taking hits from that right-hand side from that KV-5, so has to be careful. KV-5 is now reversing. Tiger 2's dueling with the Super Pershing. And this KV-5 is reversing away. Going to get a shot through his side quick enough. The KV-5 was able to return fire, but he didn't have the penetration to go through the front of the M103. Looks like he just rushed that shot, and that was kill number 8 for a well-deserved Radley Walters medal. That just leaves a Jagdpanther on the field in this quick and furious battle. Jagdpanther is starting a base capture. We'll just speed this one up a little bit until the 2 tanks make it over there. You can see employing the pincer maneuver tactics here. One True Nub just taking it slow, allowing the Tiger to get in first because he is on full health. And the One True Nub is a one-shot for the Jagdpanther. Tiger 2 is just going to be able to rock in there, manhandle this Jagdpanther, and hopefully the 2 of them can just take this guy out. One True Nub gets himself around the corner, but the Tiger 2 takes him out, and that is the victory. So amazing game played there by IB, the One True Nub, picking himself up 6,500 points of damage, 8 kills. Well-deserved Radley Walters medal, among others. So thank you very much for sending that replay in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that's in the description. I have been Maxwell. This has been a World of Tanks replay, and I'll catch you guys next time.
La